too about insurance. Very important, all right? So that's just to put that out there very quickly. So, on African Vibes today, Bildad Mwanganu Kagia. You may have heard the name before, or this may be your first time, but he was one of the people who fought for independence in Kenya. He's regarded as Kenyan independence hero. His name is Bildad Kagia. Anyway, it was on this day, 7th of March, that he died in 2005. Kagia joined the Kenyan army when the Second World War broke out, and he was deployed in London as a company quarter sergeant at a war office that was meant to rehabilitate African soldiers, right? So during his time there, he studied political science, he studied journalism and trade unionism through correspondence. Something interesting though, he was convinced that Western religions were a stepping stone to colonialism. So he returned to Kenya with a mission to Africanize religions, to bring it back home, so to speak. All right. So listen on, he started his own church, and the church included African customs and traditions. It was a very intriguing concept. I imagine it now in 2023, and then I'm trying to reconcile it with the conversation we had on Melting Pot yesterday, and I'm just trying to find the balance. How are you able to, do church and combine tradition with religion, African customs and tradition with religion in church? I mean, some of them don't even agree at all. Some of them don't agree at all, some of the traditions and customs. But this man was able to pull it. Kagia was able to pull that. And he later joined and sat on the Central Committee of the Mau Mau struggle. Anything about that? See, you should listen to me more on here because I've talked about the Mau Mau struggle before. So when Kenya gained independence, Kagia became a member of parliament and he served as minister in Jomo Kenyatta's cabinet. At least you'd have heard that name now, Jomo Kenyatta. Okay. He retired from active politics in 1974, largely due to clashes with Kenyatta over land policies. He was fighting his boss. That was just the way to put it. He was fighting his boss. Anyway, nothing related, but that was a long time ago in 1974, right? So he died on this day, March 7, 2005, at the age of 82. 6:26 in about 4 minutes. We'll be taking off on the segment where we'll be having a conversation with Divine. So stay with us. Here is a song from Kenya, Jambo Bwana, one of my faves if you listen to me on the show. Jambo Bwana, habari gani, nzuri sana, wageni mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Hakuna
Let's celebrate the African people, rich cultures across borders, the languages, good food, and wealth of excellence on African Vibes. Exclusive on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
What are you talking about?
Let's take you back, way back. Let's celebrate the African people, culture, rich heritage, and wealth of excellence on African Vibes.
It's the Citizen Show with Didi.
And we're back. 6:30 exactly it is, and it's time for us to come back home. Nigeria. Celebrated African people now. Kenya, particularly today. Our star on African Vibes today was from Kenya. The great man who lived until 2005, very active politician he was, a Kenyan independence hero, Bildad Kagya. You missed it? Go onto YouTube and watch it, okay? I don't want you to miss any part of the show at any point in time. Go onto YouTube, type on Citizen FM 937, and you'll see us live. All right? Okay. Steve, I almost said Steve Crown. Anyway, Divine Crown. Yeah, the one that's causing all this thing.
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, you're still stuck on that song.
This song is on your head.
I know, I love it a lot.
I can see.
Yeah, one time I went to Kenya, right? It was the song. It was the song because it's like safari. So anytime you have to go to safari, it's like an anthem. Like everybody's just chanting the same song. Yeah. Hakuna Matata. Even in Tanzania, it's the same thing. You know,
really?
Yeah. It's like a. Give me a national anthem in Nigeria. Like people like the vibe of a song. Old school. Don't give me all these new children.
I was about to say that.
I know these children of nowadays.
Hey, leave us alone.
Anyway, yeah. So such kind of tunes, you'll always catch me there. Right. How are you doing?
I am wonderful.
Have you been using cash in recent times?
No, I haven't.
Why?
I've been depending on transfers because banks are still not dispensing cash, unfortunately. Even though there are some banks that are dispensing, and when you get there, you stand in the line for hours. And if you have something, or it's not something you can just say, oh, let me breeze in and breeze out.
No, it's not breeze again.
3 hours, 4 hours.
3 hours, that's fair now. I'm talking.
The weather is not
even there.
The weather is not helping. So I cannot come and stand in the sun for 3 hours under hot sun. I don't think so.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's get in on it today. Elections 2023.
We're still talking about the elections, we're still going to be talking about the elections until the court.
How do you feel about it, being a Nigerian?
I'm proud.
Right.
I am very, very proud.
Of the
I don't know
process.
about you, but this election was kind of distinct to me. I don't know if a lot of people noticed it, but it was very distinct. It was very different from the elections of previous. So I'm excited.
Were you an active participant of the 2019
Of course
elections?
I was an active participant, of course. Why not?
Nigeria. Hey, nice one. Okay, so what makes it different for you?
So many things made this election different. I don't know about you, but how many of us were proud on election day when we got to our polling units and saw a massive crowd of voters?
You know, Fred was actually there. Fred gave live feeds from,
Are you serious?
from polling units. A lot of us on that day, people who listened to Citizen FM, I think they felt a pulse from like most in decency, most parts of Abuja.
Yeah.
Because people who couldn't get to work that day, they doubled as our correspondents from different parts of Abuja.
Of
to
course,
give us live feed and everything. So it was pretty impressive. Turnout was good.
The excitement was in the air. I don't know how many of us felt connected and united together. You cannot lie, there was undeniable excitement in the air. The old, the young, the rich, the poor, the united upfront held despite the diversities and adversities. Regardless of some disruptions here and there, people stood their ground and fought together for the rectification of the country.
But did you, what center were you at? What was polling units? What's your area?
It was Utako.
Okay, Utako.
Yeah.
I know it rained in parts of Abuja. Talking about people being united against whatever the situation was. Did you hear about the rains? Local Goma, Axis, I think in Maitama. When I came on air that day, people were, calling in to talk about the situation in their area. But even regardless of whatever
people
it was,
stood. People stayed. I am so proud. The energy was infectious, both in the polling units and online. It was everywhere. This election was nice.
Okay.
Yes. So now there are two ways to look at this election. You can either read it from a positive aspect or you can read it from the negative aspect. Rather than focusing on the negative sides, I'm here to shed some light on some things you might have missed. Now, Didi, let me ask you. Do you think Nigerians have grown? Do you think Nigeria has grown with this election that just passed?
Apparently so, because as you said, it was distinct. I mean, everybody was able to, put their best foot forward. People were willing to stand, notwithstanding. And before the election, do you know the stress people went through to get their PVCs?
I can imagine. And then they will now come and then, no.
To get their PVCs. So people decided that, no, we're going to be interested in this one.
Yes.
And some shows even suffered actually because people were more interested in the election process in Nigeria than watch regular TV, as would have been the case in previous, elections. So I think it was a pretty good record for us.
Yep. A lot aside from the turnouts, a lot of people came out to vote. The youths were included. Did you feel safe in your polling units? Were you secured? Were you able to cast your vote freely and independently? Did you take your time? And were you at the end of the day, were you happy you voted?
Yeah, that part too, just the voting. Because I know that people even stayed at their polling units till the following morning.
Yes.
Some till like 2 a.m. We saw videos now.
Yes.
We saw videos, we saw pictures.
It was nice. It was, Nigerians, I'm so proud. I'm so, so proud. I know not everyone can say yes to all these questions. I know some people had their own experiences and everything and all that, but I just want to say that we are progressing. And as a Nigerian, you should be encouraged because these are the little significant wins that we've managed to accomplish over the years. Yes. Now, moving forward, I'm going to be asked what are the things that this election has taught you? Me in particular, I feel like the media is one of our biggest tools in fighting corruption in Nigeria. The pictures you take, the videos you make serves as evidence. It serves as proof. How many of us waited behind as we casted our votes?
Right.
And waited for it to be tallied and uploaded in our presence before going home? How many of us uploaded the results of those polling units to our various social media platforms, ensuring that other parts of the Nigeria even knew what was happening in our own polling units? This election has taught a lot of people to use their various media platforms as weapons to invoke transparency and enforce transparency as well.
True that.
Yes.
And that's one thing that although the outcome may not have turned out what people wanted it,
of course,
at least some people, but we can say for a fact that there was a process. People were interested. People saw a process. Did you see the chants of a particular? Is it? mention names, but I do remember that there were some really interesting moments at different polling units. People were chanting, people felt the vibe, and they counted these things one after the other. But the problem just became a large problem when some of these reports could not be uploaded on the server. That was when things just went south. But we're still grateful for the process. It's the process that we're talking about.
Speaking of process, the Nigerian youths have a massive influence, not just on Nigeria's democracy, but on Nigeria's future. We cannot move forward without their involvement, and they are a dominating force. The Nigerian youths are even more formidable online, shaking Nigeria's social atmosphere. They kept all aspiring candidates on their toes, engaged, and even on their campaigns, to the point that a particular candidate expressed his displeasure. He said he doesn't want to come online. Let me not give him high blood pressure.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was interesting.
It was really interesting.
It was interesting.
And I remember this social media thing, different quarters though. So you'd see some people say, I remember a time people would say social media does not have any power. What are they saying? They don't have anything. But then now we are seeing my
the formidable.
You see, people are using the same social media. I mean, some of these politicians are using the same social media platforms to address people because they know that is one sure way that you can reach these youths. I mean, by INEC statistics, youths voted the highest. Youths voted the highest. They collected the highest number of PVCs. They were more interested. They were the ones who were keeping tabs and asking questions and ensuring that things be done. Mount polling units. Have I told you? Okay. Mount polling unit. There was cooking of food.
I heard they bought coke for some people.
There was cooking of food. Like, bring out gas, bring out pots, bring out this.
That is the unity I'm talking about. That is the togetherness I'm talking about.
When officials get tired, well, no, don't worry, just relax. Don't worry. Network is not going, Abby.
Don't worry.
No, chill.
We are here for you.
We mix food for you. They eat. When they pick up strength, they continue the process. It was really good.
It was really nice. Really, really. I'm sure a lot of people felt comfortable in their polling units.
Yes, until things went south.
Yes.
Let's not. Until things went south. Let's not forget that part. Because yes, again, we need to balance this, right? Yeah. Because we can't just say things went south and leave it there, right? Some people think very strongly that things went south.
Yeah.
Some people think very strongly that nothing went out wrong. Of place. It was the process was the process. And some even question the audacity of some people to think that they could even win the elections. It's like, how do you even
anybody
think
that
so?
Questions it, I want to say, is democracy.
Right.
It is us.
Right.
At the end of the day. And I feel like democracy should be aimed to please people. Should please the people.
Majority of the people.
Yes, of course. That's what I feel. Okay, another thing I want to highlight and commend is how Nigerians are taking and choosing peace over the results of the election, including the political aspirants as well. I just want to really, it's people are
I know.
Protest. That is all. No, everywhere is just calm. Everyone is just. And I'm really glad.
It's interesting how right after the announcements were made, people were now saying, why is everywhere so quiet? Why is everywhere so quiet?
I feel like everyone was just taking it in.
What did you want? I was like, wait, everywhere is quiet. In comparison to what? What did you think? What do you want?
I wonder.
And I'm so glad that these political leaders, these aspirants or flag bearers of political parties, they did not heat up the polity. They were quiet as when they should have been quiet. And when the silence was getting louder than necessary, they spoke up and they spoke what was right. They said, we will do the right thing, we will follow the due process. Whoever is upset, we have where to go to. It's not taking to the streets and shutting down things and saying, we don't agree.
Destroying government property.
That didn't happen. I'm proud of us, people.
Honestly, we've grown. I just want to say out there to everyone that Nigerians, brace up. Delay is not denial. We're still going.
I know there's a process. Citizen FM 93.7. We'll have to take a break at this time, a commercial break. When we come back, we'll be taking more. It is Super Citizen at Sunset, and my beautiful guest. No, I'm not even exaggerating right now. She's legit beautiful.
Hey, thank you.
Look at you. You're blushing and everything.
I'm blushing.
Stay with us.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. This is to inform the general public that the holy month of Ramadan, the month of impactful rewards, and the month of blessings is here again. Therefore, we beseech Muslim faithfuls to sponsor our Ramadan programs such as Call to Prayers, Tafsir Quran, Qira'atul Quran, Ramadan Talks, Women of Jannah, Paradise, specially designed for the Muslimah, Children's Program for our young upcoming Ustaz, Dawn Program, Sahur Special, live on Citizen FM, and many more. Allah says, who will loan Allah a beautiful loan on earth, and Allah will build a house for him or her in Jannah. Talk to us today. Please call 0806 397 7823, 0812 0043990, or 0817 3964218. Let's partner to make it a Ramadan to remember.
This call to prayer is sponsored by the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Tarkashi yanzu kuma lokaci ne na neman lada domin watan Ramadan ya karatu wata mai albarka ya sake dawowa. Don haka muna kira ga daukacin musulmi domin daukar nauyin waɗansu daga cikin shirye-shiryenmu masu albarka tsoffi da ma sabbi. Kiran sallah, tafsirin alkur'ani mai girma, karatun alkur'ani mai girma, tattaunawa akan abubuwan da suka shafi watan Ramadan mai albarka, shirinmu mai suna matan aljanna, shirinmu na yara manyan gobe domin matasa masu tasowa, shirinmu na sauro special kai tsaye daga tashar Citizen FM. Allah ya ce wa zai bani bashi ni kuwa in biya shi ranar kiyama. Tabbas lokaci yayi domin daukar nauyin ɗaya daga cikin waɗannan shirye-shirye sai ka tuntube mu a lambar waya kamar haka 0800-63-77-28-23 ko kuma 0817-396-4218.
نعمة الله عليكم هل من خالق غير الله يرزقكم من السماء والأرض
I am Nigeria. I am Nigerian. I am a citizen. Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
Citizen FM 93.7, 6:50. That's what the time is. And we just have about 5 minutes to round things off on Super Citizen at Sunset. And just in a bit, we'll be bringing your melting pot, today's edition. Hope you're having a great time so far. My guest is still here in the studio. The pretty. Tell us, Sonia, what just happened? What?
I'm not saying it.
God,
Hey, I'm not saying it, but you know. It's good. It's good.
You know?
It's good.
I don't even know how to express that. I like, God, I'm here. God, I'm here.
Oh my God.
My number is going through though.
Yes, so it is. I hope we are not discouraged. I want Nigerians to continue to carry this togetherness that we have started so that we can work together and build the country that we want. Because I'm kind of worried. On social media, I saw a lot of people, coming out, condemning, saying a lot of angry things. And I felt so one kind because I'm like, okay, what of this small growth? Why are you ignoring this small growth that we've come far? So I'm just like, that's why I'm here. I just want to use this medium to encourage people that please, we've come far. Please, let's not go back. Let's continue to work, and so that we can build the country that we want. At the end of the day, don't burn your PVCs. Continue, just keep up. Be patriotic towards Nigeria. At the end of the day, is Nigeria. We are one Nigeria.
I know, and just keep the dream alive because nobody is coming from anywhere to come and help us.
At all.
Nobody. At the end of the day, the onus is on us to fix it, to get to where we want to be. If it's a process that you think was really true, please just keep the spirit high. If you think people have grievances and they want to express themselves, it's okay. Allow other people to express themselves.
Of course.
Don't try to force anybody to like who you like. I think we've said that before, right?
A lot of people were the banter online was insane.
It was mad. It was really
Twitter
wild.
was agog,
and it's not going to end now until this legal side of it
has been, to satisfy people's curiosity and everything.
So, but I know some people say like, oh, let the elections come and go, let the elections come and go. Okay, well, it has come. It is going, but we still don't know how long it'll take for it to eventually go, like totally.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we just want us to stay true.
Yeah.
As Nigerians that we are, stay patriotic, stay good, stay fresh.
Yes.
And just stay positive, right? Okay.
Positive always.
Thank you very much, Divine Crown, for talking to us today. You just came like, oh, this was like what we needed to hear at this time in our lives.
I'm
It's
here
really
for
timely.
y'all. I'm here for you guys.
Look at you. I'm feeling like, wow, what's now? One divine. Well, actually, your name is divine.
Thank you.
I feel like one divine gift right now, right? I know.
Hey, girl.
And we're looking forward to having you here again another time.
Thank you
As
so
always,
much.
on
I will-
Tuesday, yes?
Of course.
I don't want to say what is on my mind. Anyway, thank you again for you listening. It's been a very interesting one. I want to appreciate every single person who's been listening, like since 5 p.m. If you just if you joined in at some point in time, it's okay. I'm glad that you are able to pick a thing or two, and I hope that you did. Otherwise, please go onto YouTube. You can watch a repeat of the program, and you can always follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. We're there, so just type in Citizen FM 93.7, and you'll see us live, okay? Alrighty, people, this is where we draw the curtain on Super Citizen at sunset. Top of the hour, 7 o'clock, it'll be time for Melting Pot. Today's edition. Stay with me. I am Didi.